Hi everyone, I am Samir Ranjan Sahu and welcome to my channel Research Techniques, where you will get to know all the whats and hows of research. So today we will be looking into something a serious matter, and that serious matter is publication ethics. Before you get into publishing your research paper, review paper or anything, we must always know this publication ethics. Okay, so the most important one of them is the authorship and contribution. Okay, so what actually this means? This means that whoever are the authors or who have actually done the work, their name should be mentioned. Exactly, and their contribution should also be mentioned. Okay, but what sometimes it is observed that we have ghost authors. Okay, what is a ghost author? It means that a particular person has contributed to the work, but when the final publication time is coming, his name is not mentioned. His contribution is like a ghost, no one is able to see. Okay, next is guest author. Okay, now what is a guest author? Now what happens is that, okay, now in guest authorship what happens is people ask some persons of higher authority, okay, and mention their names so that they can get sponsorships, scholarships, and sometimes quick publications also, and both of these are actually unethical. Okay, and both of these are unethical even if they are aware and you have their consent. Okay, guest authorship or ghost authorship is completely unethical. Okay, whoever are there, they should be acknowledged. Okay, even if it is a small contribution. Now let's again go step by step to each and every one. Okay, now let's see all those people who have major contributions in a particular work. Okay, their name should be in the top, and for small contributions, okay, for small contributions their name should be mentioned in the acknowledgement part. Okay, like even if you can add for the fundings also. Okay, or you are going to some other institute, some other organization to conduct your research. Okay, and you there you have to acknowledge that institute, the department. Okay, now sometimes what people do to get I don't know whether it is revenge or they have some kind of anger on some people, so they don't mention that author's name, and it's like they have their contribution has completely been neglected. Okay, and they ask for some other authors, other professors, scientists, whoever they are, to give their names, although they have their consent, but it is wrong in both the parts. Okay, as a person who is going to publish and as a person who has been asked as a guest author. Okay, it is wrong for both their sides to accept or ask for being an author if you have not contributed. The only reason being, if you are going for any fundings or anything, you will get just seeing the big names you might get, but it is completely wrong. This ghost authorship is completely unethical, and guest authorship is also completely unethical. Only those names should be mentioned who have actually done the work, and they should be aware and they should have the consent. Okay, if you are removing their name, it should be by their consent also. Okay, now coming to the next part of the ethics is data falsification and manipulation. What actually happens here? There are two types, you can say. One is faking or entering data not found by the researcher, or changing the data as per suitability, revealing different data than found. What actually this means? Suppose you have found something, okay, but you are not able to understand how to define that, okay, but you know what is the general trend. So what you try to do is you change the data accordingly, so that you will be easily able to define that and show that your results are true, your results are good. That is this part, changing the data. Or sometimes you have not done any kind of experiment, you have read the papers, and just to show something, you have just drawn the graphs or whatever the data, just like that, okay, just from the air, okay, you are faking the data, okay. Next is submission, okay. Now what generally it is done, either you have multiple submissions or redundant submissions. What actually is multiple submissions? You are submitting the same article, okay, to different journals, exactly same to different journals. It is completely unethical, okay. Plus it is even more unethical if you are not informing the other journals. That suppose you have submitted in journal 1, journal 2 and journal 3. It is okay if you are informing journal 1 that I have also submitted in journal 2 and journal 3. Same goes for journal 2, same goes for journal 3. But if you are not informing any one of them, then it is completely unethical, okay. And same kind is like redundant submission. You are publishing the same work again and again, same work, okay. You are not giving any new contribution to the research field. So both of these are again a no, okay. It is completely unethical to do all these things. But I will say one thing, you can go for multiple submissions, okay. There is you can say another way around that. If you see the eye icon on the top right corner of the video, you will get to know how you can go around this, okay. Now let's move on to the consequences, okay. Sorry, before that, let's go for citations and plagiarism, how these are unethical, okay. Now citations, first is excessive self citations, okay. As a researcher, as a publisher, you are publishing your work and you want that your work should get cited. So what people might do is that they will write one paper and cite their work in their current paper, okay, so that you will get self citations, okay. If your previous work is really important and it should be mentioned in your current work, then it is okay. But just for the sake of increasing your citations, it is completely unethical to cite your papers. Now same as the guest author is like guest citations, okay. You have not cited their work in your literature or in a paper, but you have given in your references, okay. Same is like ghost citations. You have mentioned the work, but you have not cited them, okay. This is like you are asking for help and you are not even giving them the credit after receiving the help. Now comes the most serious part, is plagiarism, self plagiarism, okay. Some journals take it, not some, maximum part is that self plagiarism we will observe, okay. It is well understood that the same work might not be written in different ways, but at least one can try. And there have been many researchers where they have conducted same kind of work, okay, because a big work is just a summation of various small works and they all will be related one way or another. So what they will do is copy paste everything. No, never copy paste everything. Change something, okay, change at least something and see how your paper looks like, okay. You can avoid self plagiarism. Again, the same video, you can watch my previous videos in that the link is in the top right corner of this video, okay. You can see how you can avoid this self plagiarism. And another plagiarism is you are copy pasting someone else's data, someone else's work, okay, without their permission, okay, without their permission. This is very, very serious, okay. If you are taking anyone's data, it should be with their consent, okay, or at least you should cite them, okay. The ultimate consequences will be, if you get caught, okay, there will be, you will face retraction, okay. There have been instances of people getting their PhD degree retracted. Leave the papers, their PhD degree has also been retracted, okay. So please do take this matter seriously before going into publishing, and I hope this video helps, and you can always look into my other videos and see and get more and more information about paper publishing, how to write a thesis and all, okay. So that will be all for today. Thanks for being with me, and stay tuned for more Watson House of Research.